The following is a Comfortably Zoned Radio Network production.
Not too bad. The Yankees sit atop the American League East. They're 52-19. won over 50 games in 100 games. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean they're just playing great, and they're clicking on all cylinders. It's a good time to be a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I mean they have a chance to win 120 games this year. You think they could pull something like that off?
Well, I mean, over the last 100, counting last year, they're like 104 and 53. So,
Yeah.
to answer your question, yeah, but I really don't know if I want to see them win that many games because, you know how it is with the Yankees. If they don't win the World Series, it's just all for naught.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Seattle that year won, what was it, 114 or 118, and they didn't win the World Series.
Yeah, I think they won 116 and they lost to the Yankees. That was 2001. Lou Piniella was the man.
And I'm looking at they have a 144 run differential, a positive 144 runs, more runs scored than anyone in, I think, baseball. I mean, they're really steamrolling through this season so far.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing the better teams now, and they're beating up on them too. So I mean, it's just not a case of them beating the weak teams. They're just beating everybody. They're just better than everybody else.
Yeah, and the big news is Aaron Judge and the Yankees came to an agreement on his arbitration case. And I think they settled on $19 million a year for this season.
Yeah, they gave him that, and he's got some incentives too. If he wins the MVP, he gets a certain amount of money, and so it's a good thing they didn't go to the arbitration table, the hearing.
Yeah,
because then they would start saying bad things about each other, and that would cause a lot of animosity. So the good thing, at least Judge and the Yankees are on the same page, and I think there's a great chance they'll re-sign him.
Yeah, because I mean he bet on himself this season, and so far he's having an MVP season. I mean he's batting .299 with 27 home runs. I mean he's really having a great year. I mean offensively, if he goes, the Yankees go. It seems when he's on, the Yankees offense is rolling. Yeah,
I mean he come up with a big clutch hit the other night, and he's done it all season. Really, the whole team has. When they need a clutch hit, they just get it done when they have to. It looks like 1998 all over again.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Hicks the other night had the big 3-run homer to tie it, and then Judge came up later on in that inning and had the winning hit, knocked in Trevino.
Yeah, Hicks is starting to pick it up a little offensively. He made a great catch last night. I think, Robert, if he's at the bottom of the order, he'll be okay. I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere, but I think Joey Gallo is playing his way off the team.
Yeah, we were talking off air about him, and it's almost like they're phasing him out, right?
Yeah, they're pinch hit for him late in the game, and they're sitting him against certain pitchers. It's just that he's not going to change his approach. And I was listening to a game last week. And even Paul O'Neill said the same thing. He's just got to change his approach. I mean, you can't play in the major leagues if you don't change if you don't make adjustments.
Yeah, and it was like maybe a month ago, where he was on Yes being interviewed, and he was saying how he doesn't have the ability to make adjustments like a DJ LeMahieu, and it was kind of strange to hear a major league player, a major league hitter say he doesn't know how to make adjustments at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, the handwriting's on the wall. It looked like he was coming on, a week or 10 days ago, but he's just back into, striking out. He's just, I don't think he'll be with the Yankees too much longer.
Yeah, and the crazy thing the Yankees offensively, they've been great this year, but it's funny, and I'm looking at the stats. I mean, guys like Donaldson and Stanton and LeMahieu, they're not hitting to the back of their baseball cards, but they're still winning. I mean, this lineup could be even scarier if guys like Donaldson and Stanton can, start hitting.
Well, the big thing is they've been getting a lot of clutch hits.
Yeah.
It's not like the Yankees used to leave a lot of men on base. It's now like when they get 2 outs hits, when they get a guy on second and third, they hit a sacrifice flyer, they'll hit a ground ball and get the run in. So they're doing all the things they have to do, to win games. So they're getting a lot of clutch hits. Yeah,
that's been one of their problems the last several years is their ability to hit with runners in scoring position. But this year, you're right. I mean, guys are just coming out with big hit after big hit, and I think the Yankees lead the major leagues in comeback wins.
Yeah, I think they got 7, wins. They call them walk-off wins now.
Yeah.
They got 7 or 8 of them. So, they still hit a lot of homers. But when they have to, they can play a little small ball too. They steal a base every once in a while. So, they're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, and they're starting pitching. I mean, it seems like a few of them might be looking a little tired. I know Taillon, he got hit hard the other night. Cortez has had his last 2 or 3 starts haven't been that great. I'm just worried about them wearing down as the year goes on.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it off air. I mean, Domingo Germán, he pitched down here in Tampa with the Tarpons. He pitched 3 innings the other night. Didn't give up any runs. Jonathan Loaiza, he's starting to throw. And, Zach Britton, he's throwing. He should be back sometime late in the season. And I believe Chapman is with the team, and I think he's ready to come off the Sable list shortly. So there is some help coming. Germán and Loaiza could be back in, by the end of July at the latest, maybe mid-July.
Yeah, Domingo Germán could be huge for them in the second half. Just, the ability to give, a starting pitcher an extra day off here and there.
Yeah, I think with the big lead and everything, and the guys haven't thrown a lot of innings like Severino, I think they could go to even a 6-man rotation for 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at. I mean, Cole pitches today. He's 6-1. I mean, he's got a 3.14 ERA. Montgomery's got an ERA of under 3. Taillon has a 3.19. Cortez 2.31, and Severino 3.38. I mean, the starting pitching's been great so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, they've really done the job. And, early in the year we were talking, we thought they were going to wear out the bullpen. But, the starters, they're letting them go late in games. A lot of times they're throwing over 100 pitches. So, they've just been doing a fantastic job.
Especially with guys like Loaiza out. Chapman's been hurt too, and Green being gone for the year. I mean, you would think, the bullpen would be struggling, but, I mean, their entire pitching staff's been brilliant so far this first half.
Yeah, well, Michael King's been fantastic, and Holmes has just been incredible. I mean,
yeah.
he's been so good. He'll retire like 3 batters, and his earned run average will go down 1 point.
Yeah, I mean, it's 0.53 right now.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It was like 0.29. He broke like Mariano's record. He pitched in 29 straight games and didn't give up a run. And I think he gave up a run to the Rays the other night and down here at the Trop. But he's just been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, he's pitched, I think, over 33.2 innings, and he's only given up 20 hits. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, he just pound. He keeps the ball down. He don't give the batters anything good to hit. He just attacks the zone, and all the relievers have been great because they throw strikes.
Yeah.
So Matt Blake has just done a fantastic job with the pitchers, and these guys love the analytics, and
yeah.
I was a little skeptical of the analytics at the beginning, but I'm wrong, and a lot of people are wrong. They just it's really helped the team.
Yeah, I mean, every team in baseball, is going by analytics, and the Yankees right now are doing it better than anyone.
Yeah, I mean, there was questions, there were questions at the end of last year if it was any good, but so far it's it's really helped them get where they want, and the players love it. A lot of the players love it. So it's
I don't remember the last time this far into the season where the Yankees had a double-digit lead in the division. I mean, the closest team to them is the Blue Jays, and they're 11.5 games back.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto's got a good team, and they're just and the Rays have been struggling a little, but they still got potentially a good team. The Red Sox are coming on, but you know, they're getting such a big lead that if they have a little slump and they got to rest some pitchers, you know, they can do it.
Yeah, and their home record's incredible. I mean, they're 30-8 at home. I mean, they're just home cooking. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, they love to play at the stadium. There's a lot of energy at the stadium. I know the last couple nights playing the Astros, it's been like a playoff atmosphere. So, you know, it's a good thing to see.
Yeah, and they got two more games with Houston this weekend. They got Cole going today, Cortez tomorrow, and July is when we start seeing the Red Sox. We've got 4 games with Boston starting July 7th, and then they see them again on the 15th for a 3-game series, and that's the only division opponent they face for the first half of July. But yeah, they got a comfortable lead over their teams in the division.
Yeah, the Red Sox have really came on. They were like at 10-19 at one point, and they've been playing some outstanding ball. They've been a little under the radar because of the way the Yankees are playing. The Red Sox are starting to come on.
Yeah, Boston in their last 10 games they're 8-2, and they got a 5-game winning streak. They've helped themselves moving up a little bit, but the Yankees just keep steamrolling.
Yeah. And, you know, this series against the Astros is big because the Astros really got a good team.
Yeah, they do.
And go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
I was going to say all Houston's 9 runs so far in the first 2 games have come on 3-run homers.
Yeah. I know Telion got hit around a little bit the other night, but the bullpen come in and did a great job. And, you know, then they pulled out, you know, with 4 runs in the 9th inning, which was a tremendous comeback. Yeah,
and like you said, Telion, I think he gave up 6 runs, 5 earned, and the bullpen pitched 3 1/3 scoreless innings, only giving up 1 hit, and then Hicks had that big 3-run homer to tie it.
Yeah, I mean that was good to see for Hicks. He needed something like that, and that was just like that as soon as he hit it.
Yeah, and you could tell when he hit it that it felt like the pressure got off of him. You could just see it. He needed that.
Yeah, well, like you know we were saying before, if he's hitting at the end at the bottom of the lineup, and you know they got all these crazy stats, and one of the things I heard Michael Kay say, Hicks is like 14% above the average hitter.
Wow.
And, you know, I mean, he's hit well lately, but it just shows, you know, with all the walks and stuff. You know, if he's hitting the 8, 9, that's fine. But, you know, last year when they had these guys like him and Gallo in the middle of the lineup, it just it doesn't work.
No. But, yeah, I mean, Rizzo, I mean, he's got 19 home runs. Judge is just, 27. I mean, he's on pace to, I think, hit 62 or 64 home runs this year. I don't think he'll hit 60, but he's on pace for it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, you know, he's hitting them out all over. He's just been, he's just been incredible.
Do you think playing center field as much as he has is going to wear on him this year?
I think eventually they don't want him out there that much.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the big lead and, you know, they're starting to phase out Gallo and, you know, Hicks is starting to, you know, play left field really well. I don't know if they'll have Hicks go back to center because he's still having trouble, you know, throwing. It's I don't think you want Judge out there too much because it's a wear and tear on the body.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if the Yankees make any moves this trade deadline. I mean, right now, I mean, the team is just rolling. I don't see any additions that could really help them unless it's with the pitching staff.
Yeah, I think by the deadline in a month or so, you might see him make some minor moves, get maybe another outfielder or some more pitching, but there's nothing that really has to be. There's no immediate problems, that I see.
Yeah. And their schedule's not that bad. I mean, after Houston, they play the A's, then Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's in there. I mean, so going into July, it's not that tough of a schedule. So, I mean, any injury problems they have right now, they can weather it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the schedule was so weak. So, that's another good thing. They get done with the Astros, and they can get on another roll.
Yeah, Oakland comes in for 3. They play one more game with Houston after Oakland, but then they go to Cleveland for 3, Pittsburgh for 2, Boston for 4, and then they're back home for Cincinnati. So they got a reasonable schedule coming up.
Yeah, that takes them right to the All-Star break?
Yeah. So, I mean, they could go on the All-Star break and get healthy and just regroup and get ready for the second half. I mean, it's just amazing what they're doing so far. I mean, they're just steamrolling through the season so far.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the year, I was figuring, okay, they can – the worst case scenario, they're going to win 88 games. The best case, maybe 94, 95, and they've just they've been incredible. I mean, I don't know what you could say. I mean, everything they've done is panned out. I mean, you couldn't blueprint it any better.
I mean, I thought, to start the year, I was thinking worst case like 83, 85 games, but I mean, they should easily win 100 games at this pace. I mean, wow. I mean, they've surprised me this year with especially their pitching, with how good their pitching's been.
Yeah, I figured it'd be pretty good, and I figured the bullpen would be outstanding, but the starters have just been, incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how Severino was going to look, being given he hadn't pitched in 2 years, but Severino's looked great. I mean, Jamison Taylor, he's been outstanding. I mean, it's just their starters have just have impressed me a great deal.
Yeah, Severino has actually gotten better. I mean, his changeup is better, and he just, he's a better pitcher than he was when he was, a few years ago, when he looked like he was, going to become one of the best pitchers in baseball. So what he's done is been fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. Yeah, Cole today, he can go for his 7th. I mean, it's really impressive, especially, and with New York up here. I mean, the Yankees and Mets playing as well as they have. I mean, it's been a great story up here. Yeah,
I know. 2009 they had the World Series, and it looks like the Mets are really, turned it around. So I know they play a couple of games. The Yankees and the Mets play a few games in August, so that's another series. I mean, the fans will be looking for, because another Subway Series would be, fantastic.
Yeah, I just been impressed with the Yankees so far this season, and I really hope Aaron Judge and the Yankees come to an agreement, because I think he's the heart and soul of the team, and if he were to, by some chance leave, I think it would really hurt the Yankees going forward.
Well, I think there's no place like New York. If he could go to the Giants and he could go to the Angels, but you play with the Yankees. That's that's pretty much second to none. And the guys they got in the lineup now. I mean, Rizzo has come up with a lot of big hits. Donaldson's come up with big hits. I like Donaldson's fire. He gives the Yankees an edge. So, I like what I see.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I mean, guys like Stanton, I mean, he hasn't really even gotten hot this year so far. I mean, I can't wait till he starts getting hot. I mean, and if Donaldson gets hot, I mean, this lineup could be even more dangerous.
Yeah, Stanton smoked a homer last night off Verlander. And if they can get better, and that's the scary thing. If everybody gets up to their career average and stuff, they could win 120 some games.
Yeah. Any news on any of the minor league players?
The minor leagues, I know Anthony Volpe in Double-A is doing pretty good. I watched a game of him a few weeks ago. He's got 24 steals.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's got 24 steals, and he's got power. He knocks in runs. He feels he's positioned well. So there's a good possibility. I mean, you might see him with the Yankees
at the end of the year, maybe.
Yeah, sometime next season.
Oh man, I know they're really high on him.
Yeah, and Jason Dominguez down here in Low A got 7 homers, 31 RBIs, 75 strikeouts, 35 walks. He's hitting like 261. So he's holding his own, but he's still, at least 3 years away, I think.
Yeah. So is there anything you're looking forward to with the Yankees before this All-Star break? Or you just hope they keep continuing on the pace they are?
Well, the way they're playing, I mean, I don't foresee any slumps in the future because the teams are playing. There's so many bad teams. There's just so many bad teams in the major leagues that I don't see them going to any prolonged losing streak. Yeah,
I mean you're right. There's so many teams that have their records are under 500 in the American League. Just looking at these records. There are a lot of bad teams in the American League this year.
Yeah, and throughout baseball, I mean, it's not a good look for Major League Baseball when you have teams like, a lot of these teams were 40, 50 games into the season, and, they didn't even have a chance for the playoffs. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, like the Oakland A's, their winning percentage is .319, the Royals .377, Tigers .386. I mean, those are low winning percentages.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that it's something that has to be addressed because you can't have half the league or even more than half the league with losing records. It was not even a chance for the playoffs.
Yeah, and increasing the wild card games. I mean, I don't think that really helps. No, I mean they added more wild teams because they wanted make more money. But you figure more teams would at least be in the playoff hunt come September, and the way it is now, you're going to have a lot of teams losing 95, 100 games. Yeah, that's unreal. I wish we had more to talk about, Jack, but the Yankees just seem to be on a hot streak that's not ending. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great time to be a Yankee fan, and hopefully, we'll keep it up. They'll keep it up, and maybe next time we'll have more stuff to talk about. Yeah, we'll try again next week. Yep, sounds good, Robert. All right, Jack, it's a pleasure. Okay, take care now. All right.
The proceeding has been a Comfortably Zoned network production. You are advised to keep your dreams wet, your humor dry, your children and grandchildren out of military recruiting offices, and off the laps of clerics who wear dresses. Thank you for listening, everyone. Happy trails.